After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi, welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 95. It is Tuesday, March 25th, and so welcome. Hi. Before we go into anything, Talia wants to say something about the song.
Well, I was going to introduce us first, but the song you just heard playing was After the Ball is Over by Ren Ross, and that's obtained from MovieAlley.com from EBO.
Because you have to know that before you know who we are.
I was going to introduce us first, but that's okay. Mom just jumped ahead. Hi, my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on on Ravelry, Plurk, and just about everywhere over the interwebs.
I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico on Ravelry, Plurk.
Plurk is a difficult word today.
Fitness, Fitbit. Yes, Fitbit.
Are you having problems?
It's your fault. You started it. And I'm Shadowlight or Shadowlight 1 or just by my name on most of my writers' sites. Welcome. We're glad to have you with us.
It is snowing out.
It is. New and returning
Again.
viewers, yes, before you get into the snow. It is snowing. It's been snowing since 10 a.m. It is now approximately, quarter to 4, something like that, p.m. It's not sticking, thank God. It's just kind of...
It's 3:51, yeah.
Yeah, it's sticking on the grass and on the cars, but not on the road yet, so that's good. We're hoping this is the last snow of the season.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. But anyway, it's pretty. It's pretty.
It's just, I'm done.
Yeah. So I like wearing my knits, and if it stops snowing, I guess we're going to get warmer weather, which is okay, but yeah.
I just want weather that's warm enough so I can wear my sweater out, but not so warm that I'm dying of heat.
Yeah, I want to be able to walk outside. Anyway, once again, I will try. Welcome to all newing and returning. Newing. Wait, I need my tea. Grab your tea or coffee or whatever it is you like. Can you please get that bar out of my face, that whatever that is?
She's delusional. She's seeing things that aren't there. I'm sorry.
That's better.
They have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like this little symbol bar along the, I guess, toward Talia, on that side of the computer. It's gone now. But anyway, I want to welcome all new and returning viewers, and we want to welcome especially those who have taken the time to join the group. We have 2 new members, 182 members, yay! We have Dragonfly 7673, who is Vicky, and she has a podcast of her own. I forget what it's called. It might be Dragonfly something. I will try to remember to put it in the show notes if I can. And then we got, today she just made it under the wire for the podcast today.
Well, she's still had a couple days.
No, for the podcast.
Oh,
Today's podcast.
I see.
To be welcome today. Crouching Cheese, who is Angie, we're glad to have you with us, and she just posted the most beautiful sweater in the Sweater Along thread. It's really very pretty.
I'm behind in the Sweater Along thread.
Well, I get caught up, and then more sweaters pop up. I think Max Nix posted maybe 1 or 2 more.
Good heavens, that lady has done so many
She is
sweaters.
so talented. She's a beautiful red sweater she modeled. We have a lot of very talented knitters and crocheters. And I was actually very happily surprised at the number of crocheted sweaters. I thought they were all going to be knitted. It was nice to see all the crocheted ones that I was able to put on my queue for later. And that we'll explain why that is so important to me later. But we welcome you all, and we know that there are a lot of podcasts out there that you could be watching, so we're glad that you're spending some time with us. Like I said, grab your tea or your coffee or whatever it is you want to, whatever makes you happy. You're knitting, you're crocheting, whatever it is you're doing, and we will move right into the Sweater Along.
Let's see, Sweater Along. will be ending on the 31st. I'm not running through the 20 million rules again.
Yes, it's on the website.
It's on
and
it's on the Ravelry page. We mentioned in previous podcasts. I've been saying it every podcast for the past 3 months.
we figured the last week you guys know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying the projects coming through. I just haven't had a chance to respond to all of them. It takes me a little while to keep up with Ravelry anyway. And you guys are just amazing. You're posting a lot of sweaters, and
it's so exciting. It's so exciting to see the differences, the things that you guys like. You know, they're not all the same. Like we had a couple of Halaleyas, but not as many as I thought.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see all the different preferences.
And I have added sweaters to my queue.
So have I. I've added sweaters. And so we are grateful for that. It's so exciting to see all the encouragement that you are giving each other. People who are having difficulties or who have and needed help, they got the help and encouragement, or people who are just flying through things and are acting as inspiration. It's just amazing. It's exciting. Okay. I do want to remind you that Kathy, who is our co-host from Cappy,
that's her name.
Cappy 913. Who is Kathy from the Knit Nerd Podcast? Hi, Kathy. I got it right.
Only took her 12 times.
Yes. She is also heading into her last week for this sweater along. So if you haven't joined her group and posted your finished objects in her group, you might want to make sure you do that so you can get maximum chances. She's fantastic to watch and to listen to, and her project bag that she is offering is very pretty. Oh, I forgot to bring it out here again to show you, but
we can show it again.
We can show it again next week when we do. Are we doing the drawing next week?
I guess it is next week.
Wow. Okay, you'll see it then. But take a look at that, and we want to thank our prize donor. I can't speak today. Maybe I should have Talia do this. The prize donators.
And I'm distracted because when you can hear your heartbeat in your ear. It's bugging me because I can hear my heartbeat in my ear. I'm not sure if I'm a little clogged up there or what. But
well, we want to thank George, who is 10 hours or less, who has donated 3 patterns, 1 to each of 3 lucky winners. We want to donate. Gee, Willikers. Wow. I want my tea.
And you're not the one who just rolled out of bed.
Right. I should be less tired than you? I don't think so. I've been up for hours. Anyway.
It's the afternoon.
Uh-huh. Your point is what? Anyway,
okay.
We thank George. We want to thank Kathy, who is Cappy913, as I said, from Knit Nerd Podcast, who donated a very lovely project bag. We want to thank, well, I think those are the only 2 we have to thank, right?
Yeah, because we're donating.
And we're donating. We showed you the skein of yarn.
You said, oh no, that was for different.
Yeah, we're donating a skein of yarn from Wild Hair Fibers in the peacock colorway, I believe it is. And Taya is donating a bag that she got from Denise from the Knitting Den. So 4 prizes. No. 3 patterns and 3 solid prizes, right? That have to be mailed out.
Yes.
So 6 prizes, I think it is. I can't do anything today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just pay attention to what makes sense and ignore what doesn't. Okay.
So ignore more than half the podcast.
Yeah. Well, considering you have to do part of that, that's true. Okay, how many works in progress is...
And I held back and was nice.
What?
I had all sorts of nasty responses in my head. I was like, no, I'll be nice. And
but you have to be respectful.
Yeah.
Okay, I have, we're going on to our whip hooks. Our hooks. I always forget what our whips are. They're hooks. I have 4, I think. How many do you have?
I have to finish the stitch. I have 1.
If you see me looking off to the side, it's my show notes that I'm looking at.
4. Are we counting cross stitch and whips, or is that its own category?
I think that's its own category.
Okay, then 4 whips.
Okay, well,
how many have we got?
4.
Okay, you start.
Why?
Because I want you to.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a very good reason. Okay.
So do you have enough on either?
Okay. My first one is my Moved by the Spirit project, which is the Recuerdos de Infancia pattern by Gabriela. I haven't worked a little. I haven't worked.
You haven't worked a little. Wow, Mom! I know you got enough sleep.
Maybe that. I don't know. I worked quite a bit on this in the past, but not so much this past week. Is what I meant to say. I think I got about a week.
What is your major malfunction?
I don't know. I have no clue.
That must. I think she's in Colombia right now.
Not yet. She's in Miami.
Oh, okay.
I got a call. Okay, worked about a repeat of the side and a half, I guess. So once around plus a half or 3/4 of this. I just had other things that was taking my time. But you can see still the color.
It is a ginormous Star Trek symbol.
Yes, it will be a lot
Beam me
bigger.
up, Scotty.
Oh, watch it. This is not mine. It belongs to somebody else.
It didn't hurt it.
You made it cry. It's
But
weeping.
it's a Star Trek symbol. You have
It's
to tap
weeping
it.
little blue tears. Okay, there
It's
we
a
go.
huge Star Trek symbol.
At this point. But let's see the color. This is Nitpick's tonal in the Blue Yonder tonal colorway, I believe it's called. It's got the kind of the teals and blues, and it's really pretty. It works up really fast. I put it aside for the most part this week because I had a couple other things I wanted to work on and get them finished, which you will see later on. I'm using let's see, a G-hook, and I already mentioned the yarn, and I'm hoping I'll finish this in the next couple of weeks. Although with the Autism Awareness Cal coming up, I may have to wait on that. We'll see. And it's in my Lowest Knitting's my bag, Serrat bag. This is the sweater size.
I think it's pronounced right.
I don't know. All I know is S-E-R-A-T.
I bet it's right.
My Monet bag. There, that solves the problem. Okay, your turn.
It's a Serrat or Surratt.
I need to just relax with my tea for a minute while you do your thing. Your turn.
What's a Serrat or Surratt anyway? What does it mean?
I think it's an artist.
Is it? Let me look it up.
No, it's time
I
for
want,
you to do
but
your...
I want to know.
But
Hold on one second. It takes
that's
5 seconds.
See, this is just no self-control.
It takes
None.
5 seconds.
Butterflies. Butterflies.
Is it, how is it spelled, Mom?
I thought it was S-E-R-A-T, but it might be that. Georges Pierre Sorel.
Yeah. That would make sense. But look, images for Surratt as well. Hey, look!
There it is. There's my bag.
Let's see. Le Grande Jate. Oh, it's actually the name of the piece. Wait, hang on.
You know what? They're bored looking at us looking at the screen.
Okay.
Not my fault. I didn't teach her to be rude.
You did teach me, however, though, that anytime we wanted to find something else to look it up.
Not necessarily immediately. Self-control.
But I wanted to know.
Oboe head.
But I was curious and I wanted to know.
You're an oboe
And
head.
I still don't know.
All right.
And it bothers me.
Your project.
And how can I have a head like an oboe?
Oboe head.
Okay. Okay, breathing. I love you.
Silliness is rampant. Go ahead. I love you too.
Rampantly running with rampantness. Okay. I'm going to show you the one I'm working on. Okay, so I'm going to put my show notes on my lap.
Whose date of completion is tentatively 2028.
This is the Disco Nights, which is a Tortolito pattern by Valentina Kosciani. I'm using US 2 needles. And the yarn is the Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Fingering in the Neon Lights colorway. I have started into the second ball of yarn, which makes me feel like I should be near the end. It will never end. It is fingering weight yarn.
It's the cow that
Never ends, and it goes on and on, my friend. So, yes, it will take forever because it is fingering weight yarn. And it has been at 4 inches away from completion for the past 20 million years. And because that's how long it feels like it's been on the needles. So, I have been reminded about how much I despise how long fingering weight, how long
Tongue-tied is the name of this podcast.
fingering weight yarn takes to knit up. And in case you were curious, we do not get edited or made to sound more awesome.
You guys get what
the
we are, as we are.
unadulterated.
Poor you. You get everything the way it is.
Just the way it is.
No. No.
Da, da, da,
No.
da, 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 da.
Are you?
That's all about this one.
Okay. See, she's just losing it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. My second, after she stops humming, my second project is the On the Road Again pillow, which is what I'm working on. I don't know if I'm going to have enough yarn to finish this. I think I'm about a little more than halfway because I want to fold it up. Well, maybe I'll.
I really like those colors.
My husband's happy with it.
Is it manly enough for him?
My husband's funny because I was all excited because I won a pattern from Sock Bunny Knit and Fit for the fitness salon for February, and I told my husband about it. And first of all, he made fun of me. Another pattern. And then he looked at me and said, "Is it a tie?" I said, "No." Because he wants me to make him a tie, and I've yet to find.
He will actually wear it?
Well, he said he would, but he asked me for it, but I can't find a tie that I can crochet thin enough, and I'm not doing the knitting, and I will discuss that later. But yeah, it's just, it made me laugh. Anyway, this is just a pattern that I'm doing out of my head. It's just very simple back loop single crochet, and I will fold it up and give it to him, whatever size it ends up being. I'm using an H hook. It's Hobby. I think it's Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn.
No, that was a Red Heart. You got it from Walmart. I thought.
No, I got this from Hobby Lobby.
Oh.
But I'm not. It's the blue. Oh yes, Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Blue camel stripe. Blue camo, not camel. And I like the way it looks. The lighting is showing the color really well. But I'm not sure if this is going to be quite as big as he wanted it to be because I think I'm going to run out of yarn. Oh well, it'll do.
Yeah, do, Pig.
And it's in my Plover Bird. Most of our bags are either Plover Bird or Knitting's My Bag. This is Plover Bird, the Mickey Mouse bag.
Clover Bird, the turtles with the. And then I have the turtle.
And these are her medium ones, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
These are her medium ones. Okay. All right. And that is that for that one.
Okay, let me see.
We're a little disjointed today. Definitely tongue-tied. Don't know what the problem is.
No. So, the next one that I worked a little bit on is in my Plover Bird Batman bag. Batman. So, this is Ink Heart, which is a Lush pattern by Tin Can Knits, using US 3 and US 6 needles. Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the fountain pen colorway. Make it for Mom. The pattern was gifted to me by the awesome Nurse Kim Knits. Thank you, Kim. And I am doing size 33. So I didn't work on this a lot. I just didn't feel like working with blue, I guess, but I did work with it a little bit.
It's a pretty pattern. I like the color a lot.
Oh, I like the color too. It's just I didn't feel like working it, so I didn't work it very often.
You said Miss Babs yarn?
Yes.
Yeah. The Yowza What a Skein.
So there's the lace for the back, for the yoke.
Showing up nicely. It really is.
And I'm getting to the point where I'm doing the decreases. I haven't started. The next row is starting the decreases for the waist. Oh, Mom, did you want full sleeves, or if they had sleeves stop like right here?
Oh, full sleeves.
You want the full sleeves? Okay. So it is moving along. Right now it looks like an Aladdin vest with
Not a boo. Or a poo or whatever his name is.
a boo, Mom.
A boo.
Not a poo.
I'm sorry, I keep seeing James knitting, not Knitting Wolf. Knitting Wolf is Dawn. Wolf Photo. Dawn had found some kind of recipe. I forget what it was. Some chocolate no-cook brownie or something. and they were like little balls, and James kept saying they looked like cow turds or something, like horse turds or something, and it made me laugh because I don't remember exactly what he said except that it was some kind of turd. It was making me laugh, and when he said a poo, it made me think of
Okay then.
word association.
So yes, the little vest thing. I think that your brain is broken.
It's James's fault. I blame him.
No, I think it was broken before that.
I'm sorry. It's his fault. He hit my funny bone.
Well, he shouldn't be hitting at all.
I know. He needs to go a timeout.
But yes, it has been getting a little bit of work. Just not as much as it probably should be.
I like it.
I can't remember where I was last time. I don't think I placed these markers for decreases yet.
Well, it's coming along, nice enough. There's no rush on it.
No, there isn't. It's just that I wanted to work on other things, so I did.
And let's see. And did you say what the hooks and needles? I wasn't quite paying attention.
Yes.
Okay, my next project is my Dragonfly cardigan project from the Sunday Cardigan pattern by Shannon Mullet Bowlesby. I'm using a 5mm H hook and Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable yarn in the Dragonfly colorway. And that is in, what bag is it in?
Oh.
This one. No, that's not it. This one. I think. No, I just did this bag. My issues. This is my Knitting's My Bag Lazy Gnome. It's a medium size bag. And I really like it. It's one of my favorite medium bags. I made a little bit of progress on this.
Did they saw it last time, right?
Yes, they did. I had only had about maybe 3 inches on this. I've made quite a bit of progress since you last saw it. Find my, there we go. This yarn has a very loose twist to it. I have to be really careful, it fuzzes. But I'm not very far, about, I think I have maybe 4 or 5 inches before I can start the waist detailing, and then go on up into the arm, the shaping for the arms, the dividing for the arms and all that. So I'm making progress. I like it. I probably will not finish this for the sweater long, obviously, because I needed to do something else for a little while. But it's not because I don't like this project. I will do it more. I just wanted to do something and finish it. Every once in a while I get this urge that I have to do something to finish. And this is not going to be one of those projects that I can just finish in a couple of sittings. So I put it aside for a little bit, finished a project, and I will go back to it now. And I already said all the particulars, so
yes,
that is what I'm doing.
And
with
if you
the sweater.
could hand me your Syrah bag, that's called A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Date. It was painted in 1884, 1886. It's at the Art Institute of Chicago. The artist's name is Jorge Seurat, and it looks like it can be misspelled the way that you thought it was, but it's also spelled S-E-U-R-A-T. And he's a French post-impressionistic painter and draftsman. There we go. I'm happy now.
Yes, now that she has looked it up and done it the way we taught her without being rude. It's your turn.
Yes, it is. Okay. I'm still semi getting over the cold that I had. It's a lot better than it was, but it's been going through the hospital like wildfire. We've all been sick with it. It's knocked a couple nurses out of a shift or two. It really wasn't cool. But anyway.
It was a cold. Not a cool.
Anyway.
Yes, I did. Yes, I
did. Okay, so I worked on this one a little bit. The Phoenix Fire, which is the Zuzu's Petals by Karina Spencer using US 8 needles. And the yarn is a German yarn, and I'm going to mangle the pronunciation now. Chopel Wolle Reggae Ombre. I'm probably making it sound more Spanish than German because I don't know how to pronounce German. And it's an Indian summer colorway. This isn't quite as mindless as it used to be just because I'm on the lace portion.
I didn't realize it had. Oh, that's right, it does have lace.
Yeah, it's actually largely lace.
Yeah, it is. It's so pretty though.
It is. So I really love how this is working out.
The color's showing up great today.
It is. Well, it's because of the snow. The snow's always really good for shining through the windows and make it bright.
It almost looks Indian, like
Mhm.
an Indian pattern that you might see on their blankets or something.
Right.
It's really pretty.
Yes, I really like how it's working up. So.
It almost looks like from here that you have hearts along the bottom.
Yeah, it does almost. It's just the way the colors have been working out.
It's really pretty yarn.
So, I'm really happy with it. It's actually pretty soft. I'm looking forward to actually having the finished product.
Awesome. Okay.
And it's in my brightly colored Frogs Doing Many Different Things by Ploverbird.
Okay. In my Ploverbird, and even on my bags today, I have 2 of each.
Oh.
My Ploverbird tight tea bag. Okay. And Ploverbird is open. She's already sold some of her bags. You might want to take a look before the rest are gone.
Mhm.
She has some cute patterns out there. And I believe Newslet Bag also has a few things out, so check them out if you want. If you are in the market, yes, for a bag. This is Ploverbird's large bag, and I had to sit there a minute and think. It wasn't until I pulled this out that I realized that yes, it is Ploverbird. This is my bag. And in it I have
The 2 straps should have been a clue as well, because means my bag one is 1.
right. Okay. Excuse me, that must have been irritating for people with earbuds. I am doing the guileless shawl, guileless, as you know,
Without
guile. It's a guileless shawl from the Guile pattern by Anastasia Sittel.
Wait. The guileless shawl from the Guile.
Yeah, she calls it the Guile, and I said it's guileless.
Oh.
Okay. She just put this out. This pattern. I had been looking at it. They just finished, I think, the testing. And she's having a calc with this shawl. And I haven't made a whole lot of progress.
You just started yesterday.
I just started it yesterday, and I was having a little bit of issues with the fiddly. It's a little fiddly on the ends because you're working into a chain, but it's not, and that's not giving anything away. I don't want to give anything away because it's a paid pattern. But it's kind of a solid shape. I can show you a picture of it. It's actually, she's got it called the Dream in Color shawl, but it's actually Guile on her pages. Let's see here. On the pattern it says Dream in Color shawl. Here you go. And that's the pattern. I don't know if the camera is giving you a good enough.
It's doing just fine.
But and I'm using for this. I'm using an H hook, and I'm using Shalimar Yarns Zoe Sock, which is like the Babettes from the Yazoo What a Skein, Miss Babs.
Yeah.
They're one of a kind, and so the colors I'm using, I guess you would call this kind of a yellow green or a grass green. This is the body of the shawl. As you can see, I haven't gotten very far, but that's the one green, and the other color is no, that's the one I'm using. Hold on. There's a lot of pretty variegation in these, or I guess it's more of a tonal. This is the other color, kind of a foresty green with some highlights. And I was going to use this for the middle until I looked at the colors together, and I decided that this would make better lace detail than the lighter. And it's really, there's 450 yards in this. I mean, it's a nice amount of sock yarn. And I got this at the Shenandoah Fiber Festival last year. She had them 3 for $30. So
Yeah,
I got kind of a tealy blue as well.
I don't think they had my colors there.
Yeah, I had a hard time finding colors as well because
They were so picked over.
Max Nix told us at lunch. Nicole told us after she had gone. I think she took off everything.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hi, Max Nix. Hi, Nicole. But I'm enjoying the pattern so far, and I hope to be able to finish this cal. It runs from now until April 26th, I think. And I'm just excited about it. I've been wanting to do another one of Anastasia's projects, so you should check it out. She's got a whole bunch of things that seem to be coming out or near coming out, so you might want to keep an eye on her what's it called when they have their Ravelry store. And if you're in the market for anything, because she does knitted and crocheted now, so
Yes.
it's really exciting. And that's the end of my projects.
All right, and I have one last one. It is the one that I've been wanting to work on for the most part. In my knitting's my bag, birdie bag.
I like that bag.
Thomas likes playing with this thing. He'll just like flick it back and forth between his fingers.
You did it again.
What?
Did you ask?
Oops. No. Oh well. So he'll do like, what is it he does? He gets it in between his fingers and he'll just be, I can't even do it completely. He like messes with this thing and pops it back and forth. I told him if he breaks it, he's gotta fix it.
He can fix it.
Yeah. But this is the Robin of Locksley, which is the Box Elder cardigan pattern by Maria Leigh. And I think it came from which magazine? It was.
Was it a magazine or a book?
It was a magazine. I can't remember which magazine.
Is it in your show notes?
No. Using US 9, US 7 needles, Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the Villainous colorway. Also picked up this yarn at Shenandoah Fire Festival. And I'm doing size 36. This has been what I've wanted to knit on.
That's so pretty. The colors are really showing up very true this time.
And whereas my Vivian was more of a fur green, this makes me think of the forest when the sun's dappling on it.
In the summer. Spring.
Yeah. So very much of a Sherwoody.
Sherwood forest, yeah. So pretty.
Reminiscent of my Sherwood shawl that I was wearing last week.
Yes. I think it's actually even more
Dapply.
Yeah, than that. That's a little darker, like maybe in the fall or in the winter or something, yeah.
So
Excuse me.
it's actually even past the vest point. It's reaches to it's about vest point.
Nice.
It's I'm in the decreases. I'm actually almost to the point where I'm done with the decreases and just knit straight for a while. And we're podcasting, so
I'll take a shower.
okay, awesome, Keto. So there we go. Thomas is like, the hood seems like it's a little short, like it'll only come to here. I'm like, it's okay. I had to pick up stitches all the way around and make a ribbing that's like that.
I'm impressed that he noticed.
So like, no, you're right. It is short. It's just, it's going to become bigger.
It's going to grow up.
Yes. He's like,
Like
oh,
a
okay.
can.
He's like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up ribbing after the sweater is all done and do it all the way down the sweater, which would be interesting because I've never had to pick up for quite that. Actually, I have, just not along the hood.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of stitches to pick up. Okay. But it's going along well. It might slow down when I have to get to the point when I have to pick up all the stitches. I tend to procrastinate that. But
Yeah, I don't care for that. Picking up stitches.
it's not evil. It's just
No, nothing.
you have to make sure it counts right.
Yeah. And that is evenly spaced.
Yeah. And there's ways to determine that. There's math involved.
Yeah. Oh, I had to laugh because I think it was Mustache Podcast I was listening to, and they were talking about some lady who did some kind of alterations on a pattern, and they looked at each other and said, she used trigonometry. Trigonometry! I'm like, wow, that's hardcore.
I didn't think you needed to use tricks just for adjusting patterns. Because a lot of times it's simple algebra.
Well, apparently this was trigonometry, so I don't know. Sine and cosine and all that. I don't know.
Oh my.
I don't know what she did. They didn't go into it. I didn't have trig, so I don't know.
I tried to teach myself trig in high school because I was a total nerd, and then I said, oh, I don't really like this after all.
I think I would have enjoyed it if I had a decent teacher for it.
Well, I got one of those, teach yourself books, and then I lost interest.
Because I like playing with numbers,
And that's why I got it.
but it has to make sense. And that's why I didn't like some of the other math that I took, because it didn't make any sense. But that's neither here nor there.
That's on my project.
Okay, mine too.
I guess we'll go into our new section, which is graphic novel.
Oh yeah, because you have a work in progress.
Yeah, I do. And I'm happy because this has become my cross-stitch bag. You guys might remember
Nightwing.
my Nightwing bag, which was made particularly for me. Actually, she sold a few after she made this one, and this is made by
Popaloo.
Yeah, Popaloo. But mine was the first one, and it's the Jim Lee Nightwing for those of you who are fans of particular comic book artists. Yes, I know you can't tell unless you're a complete nerd and know the general forms that he uses, but
Definitely the best one.
yes, he is. So this has become my cross-stitch bag.
It fits it better.
It does. Here's the pattern. I guess you didn't see this last week because I changed patterns out. This is a 14 count cloth, a little easier to work, and it is Diana cloth, and it is 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient, love is kind, it's not jealous or boastful, that whole thing. I absolutely love
That's one of my favorite verses.
1 Corinthians 13. And I have made some progress. Got a larger hoop. Got several hoops, but this is one I'm using now. So I've got love is patient, love is kind. This was the middle of my my Ada cloth and the pattern, so jealous is not finished, but boastful is. And then I got bored of working brown, and I started working flower pattern just to see if I could, because I know I can write words now, so I wanted to play with doing the design, because this is a new craft for me. So I've got 2 different kinds of green there and the peachy color to begin the flower. So it is moving along. I'll probably, after I finish this thread of green, I'll either do the actual flower or I might go back into the words. I haven't made up my mind yet. But it is fun. I'm enjoying myself.
I'm looking forward to getting started on that too, but we'll see when that happens.
Do we want to do the rest of?
I have to do my.
Go ahead. Okay, we'll
Okay,
go
I'll
and then
do-
everything
it'll
else
be
is
stashed,
stashed.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I do have it on the bookshelf a finished object. I finished my Rusty the Bear, which is from the Amigurumi Jerry the Felted Bear, which is supposed to be done with 2 or 3 yards together, worsted, felted, supposed to be absolutely huge. I did not do that. I just used 1 strand of worsted yarn with an H hook, no, a G hook. I did use a G hook. And I just crocheted it like a normal animal. So, excuse me while I get him. This is Rusty. My husband didn't like the eyes, but I didn't have any eyes that worked, and I wanted to finish him. So he got plain black eyes.
Got finished during Frozen.
He got finished during Frozen. And he actually sits properly. I'm excited about that. He sits.
I thought for a second he was going to rock back just because you were going to show him off.
And I wasn't going to put this bottom part of his mouth,
but it worked.
It actually worked. I think it was the way Stacy had it on the other pattern that I didn't care for.
Right.
It works really nicely when you put it the way you want to. She says that you have to put the facial features the way you want them to be, because that's what makes it personal to you. But this, I've always wanted to make a bear, and the last time I tried a bear I got frustrated because it had the conical nose. I guess it has conical nose. And for some reason it looked like a mouth, and I didn't like it. I like it much better when we put the snout onto the face and do it that way. I believe I was using,
I think it was all Red Heart.
From Deep Stash. I have no idea what it was. Let me see. Deep Stash and Cream and sort of paprika colorway. I'm not sure. I think it's. I have that. It's either Hobby Lobby or I Love This Yarn. That makes sense. I think it feels like it might be Hobby Lobby. Red Heart. It's a little rough. So, yeah, he's done.
The color looks like Red Heart.
Rusty's done. I kind of like him. He's cute. I might make him a shawl or a scarf or something. Not that he needs one. He actually the neck is actually finally done well for this one, so I'm happy about that. Okay, before we go into stash enhancements though, and this leads into it, we had a nice surprise from George. George is our wonderful designer, one of our wonderful designer members, and you've all seen his beautiful knitting designs, his crochet designs, and he was working on something, and he let Ty and I know about it. He has developed a pattern specifically for the Penhook and Needles Autism Awareness Cal, which starts in April, and it is gorgeous. He sent us first copies of it. It will be available March 31st. This is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous.
I already have my colors picked out.
I wasn't going to...
I have Mom's colors picked out as well.
Yes, I know what I want to do. And George, I have to tell you something. I had gotten a little discouraged with knitting. I will still knit, but I wasn't going to do much in the knitting for a while. I'm going to try this. I am going to try this because I like it. It's beautiful, and I was looking at it, and it shouldn't be that difficult. I might not finish it for the Cal, but I do want to try it. I am very excited. This is such a generous. It's a free pattern for us during the month of April, during the month of April for the Penhook and Needles Autism Awareness Cal. This is gorgeous, guys. It's not available yet.
Yeah.
It will be available March 31st. And George, we really appreciate your generosity with this, for helping us to spread autism awareness with this lovely pattern. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's very amazing. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to this.
And he also, it says that you can do anything from a headband to a scarf.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Includes step-by-step instructions for making any size with any weight of yarn, from a headband to a scarf. George is awesome.
Yes, he is. I love the fact he's like Anastasia. Any size yarn, and then this variable to make headbands or scarves is amazing. I might make a headband with this because it's a little smaller than a cowl or something, just to get my feet wet. This is great. I mean, I'm really excited about it. Thank you very much, George. It's much appreciated. And while we're still on this, I do want to thank Lois, who is knitting my bag for the Autism Awareness Prize that she has already donated, a small project bag that we showed last week, and you will probably see in future podcasts, the Puzzle Pieces fabric.
Yes.
So that leads into our stash enhancements. This was stash enhancement number 1 for both of us.
Indeed.
Thank you very much, George,
you.
for the pattern. We appreciate it. It was gifted to us. Okay.
How much do you have in the way of stash?
I think I just have 1. No, I have 2.
Okay, and I have as well.
Okay, well, you go first.
Oh, sure. So I have to go first. So
I like that.
A DMC, they call it a gift set. It actually comes with a little booklet with some patterns in it. But
nice.
I didn't really see anything, let me show you, that struck my fancy.
I love DMC floss. It's good. Ooh, I like that. That's adorable. That's country.
Oh yeah, they're very country type things.
Oh, that's cute for a baby.
You just have to figure out how to adjust the name.
Right.
I do like that. Is pretty.
I might not even use the name though. I mean, for a kid's bedroom or something, or like for.
I guess I should flip around so the viewers can see.
Like for Karen, around the twist, you do one in pink and one in blue, and you don't have to put the name because they know the name.
I guess you're right. Really, you can tell it's a baby thing without the name on there. The rose is really pretty. Oh, actually, the one that's kind of cute.
I like the heart. That is cute.
As American as apple pie. I do like the fact these are all country.
Yeah, we're very much country.
These are free patterns that came with the DMC floss. Oh, here's a baby girl one.
The girl one, yeah.
How's different from the baby boy?
It's the same. It's just a different color.
Oh,
I think.
it is.
Oh, she has ducks and he has.
No, he has ducks too, and they both have bunnies.
Oh, they both have bunnies. Okay.
I don't think it's any different.
Yeah, I just no.
Okay. Blue bear, pink bear.
Maybe a slightly different position. No, looks like it's the same.
Looks like it's the same. Okay. Just a different name.
And if you like we said last week, if you're interested in cross stitching, you might want to check out the cross country stitching. I think that's what it's called, right? Cross country stitching.
So this came with, this is called the Creative World DMC Special Gifts, 25 most beautiful DMC embroidery floss colors, plus 24-page booklets featuring 8 new exclusive designs. When I saw this, I was like, well, this is a good starter kit.
Right.
Because I was trying to make it worth my while to get my hoops online. So I was like, well, let me pick up some DMC floss. At least I'll have a good start for my other stash enhancement. And DMC actually has instructions on how to properly, if you go on their YouTube channel, it has instructions for how to properly open their things so you
nice.
can, apparently what they do, I'm going to just pull this out because I thought this was interesting. Okay, you see how there's 2 things? And go to their channel, of course. You go to the end where there's, whoopsie, where you throw stuff down. I guess this isn't one of them. Because she said something about you separate, and you cut through. I'm not sure if it's on this end.
You have to watch the video.
You have to watch the video. I only saw it once, but there's a way where you didn't have to take it out of the thing, and still could use the thread.
Oh, that's interesting. See, I always wind it around the card and label the card.
Yeah.
It's just easier for me that way.
But,
more portable.
Yeah.
Because then when you do that, you can always stick it on a key ring or something if you want to. You're the ones that have the holes in them.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that was one stash enhancer.
Nice.
A bunch of DMC floss. I'll probably take my pattern with me when it comes my little Hobby Lobby on Saturday and see what colors I need just to make sure.
Okay, my first stash enhancement is, I got this from Etsy, and it's actually kind of a vintage pattern. As some of you know already, I have a tagline under my signature all the time that says, "With God, all things are possible." So I was looking for that, since Talia took my favorite Bible verse. This is also one of my favorites, and I was looking for it. It was very hard to find.
Actually, I think this is my tagline under my email.
I think you're right.
And that's your tagline in your email.
I actually had a hard time finding this. I found one on eBay, and I don't trust eBay. I just haven't gotten there yet. And it probably would have been an easier pattern to do, but I'm not too concerned. This is.
Well, you're a pro.
Well, I don't know about that, but this is the one I got, and this came from Hobby Lobby.
Yours was actually pre-carded. I had separate mine and count strands and make sure that I had the proper colors.
You see, I've got the pre-carded with the numbers on the back here. It's the antique white.
It's a really pretty pattern.
I don't want you to see the price. It's not what I paid, and I don't know when they got this. I think it's called a vintage pattern. But there it is. And I will probably leave off the straight lines and the words around it because it's like some kind of congratulatory message, and I don't want that.
It's just fine without it.
I think I'm just going to do the flowers and the "With God all things are possible."
If you really wanted to, you could do the lines and it still look okay.
I don't want to. I think it'll take away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might do the inner square possibly, but actually I think I will just leave it out. I think it looks a lot better. I want to get an oval frame for it, and that way, I think having the square would take away from it.
And you're right, it is, you're actually going to have to do backstitch. I can already tell.
Yep. So, and I think I'm going to have to do French knot too. It's right here and right here.
Oh, good. Well, I showed you how to do that, and I can show you again if you need to.
Yeah. So this is, I'm happy about this. I haven't done cross stitching in a while. I've not really done much of the backstitch. Most of the stuff I've done.
You've never really done French knots.
No, most of the stuff I've done has been all X's. The stuff has been big enough that even the letters were made with X's. So this will be new for me, and I'm looking forward to getting started on this when I get a little bit of a break.
What could be calling you this time?
I don't know.
Well, they'll have to wait.
Yes, they will. Please excuse our telephone.
Okay then.
Okay.
So
sorry. I apologize for the phone.
I'm not going to pull out the cross-stitch frames I got, but, oh, I thought I had 3 things. I guess I only have 2 things. The other thing that I picked up was, another pattern. It's, designed for a 14-count fabric, DMC cotton floss, it'll be 12 inches by 14 inches, and I would have to pick up the fabric and the floss and everything. But got this off of Amazon, and if I like the way this works out, I'll probably pick up more by these people.
See, the one I want to pick up,
It's the Agony in the Garden. I've always loved that painting.
I love that painting, but the one I would like to pick up is Jesus Knox. Because it doesn't do to have two of the same. I love that painting.
Look, they have their business card.
Oh, cool.
With their actual, instead of, if I didn't want to go off of Amazon, ArencoOriginals.com.
I'll have to go look there and see if they have Jesus Knox.
And they probably have more of the religious things there.
Yeah.
For the Artful Needleworker.
Cool. I like that. I like the idea of
County cross-stitch and needlepoint charts.
Cool. Make sure you don't lose that.
Yes, let me stick this in here. I'll have to add it to my hobbies bookmarks.
Yeah.
And it looks like just a little bit I'm looking at it. Oh, that's a nice chart too, Mom.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that's a beautiful chart. I mean, even nicer than this chart here where there's smears and stuff. This is clear. Oh, very nice. I'm looking forward to working this one.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. Very awesome. It's all X's, is what they were saying. So there's no backstitch, it's all X's.
Usually the pictures are pretty much X's unless they have outlining.
So I'm very excited about this.
Very nice. Okay, my last stash enhancement was a surprise, kind of, sort of. She told me about it after she ordered it for me.
I'm a little disappointed about it.
My hooks came in. These are the Crochet Dude hooks that Talia got me.
But I intended to get her his more, his ones that are better for people who have like carpal tunnel and things like that. Because I thought all these hooks were like that, and I didn't quite pay attention. There's normal hooks.
They are sized. I'm not sure what this little one is.
Because they have some amazing. He has amazing hooks for people who can't, whose wrists hurt a lot.
The one I'm using for my sweater is like that, and I love it.
And that's why I thought I was getting her, and it wasn't.
This is from a size D to a size K, and it's good. I always can use extra hooks.
Even if it wasn't what I wanted to get you.
Yeah, well, it was a nice thought. And I told her she could send it back if she was, disappointed with this. That was fine. But she's, I always use my hooks regardless. I do use my hooks, even if they're not, it's just harder for me to use.
Yeah.
Especially these thinner ones.
I might pick. I am going to Hobby Lobby this weekend. I'll probably pick up some more. If I see any crochet dudes, I'm going to pick them up.
Yeah, I'm going there too. So.
Oh, good. You need more crochet dudes.
Yeah. So this is.
And you can always use more hooks. It doesn't matter if you get doubles or triples or whatever, because as much as you crochet.
Well, especially G's and H's and I's and F's and things like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads me into what I was saying when I was talking about George's patterns, about that I was going to put aside knitting for a while. I have come to determine that I like to knit, but I am predominantly a crocheter. So I will be skewing again more toward my crocheting. That does not mean that I will not knit or cannot knit. It just means I enjoy crocheting more at this point.
That's kind of how I feel about knit versus crochet.
Right, and so
I basically crochet toys.
George has given me incentive to go ahead and try knitting again. Excuse me. Because I like that pattern. Excuse me. George, I do not have straight needles. I hope it's okay to use circulars on that pattern because I don't want to get straight needles.
And I'm just like, meh, I'll use
I don't want to get straight
circulars
needles
anyway.
I don't want to get straight needles if I don't have to.
George, I don't care if it's okay. I'm going to do it anyway, okay? Good.
She's a pain. But I am looking forward to trying the pattern. I will do them as I get moved.
I have never used straight needles.
And
I refuse to. I will make circulars work.
I used straight needles only for one pattern, the first scarf I ever knitted, and after that, it bothers my wrist. So
I think I've used a straight if I've had nope, I never used a straight. Never mind. That wasn't a straight. Okay, nope.
I have a pair of straights. If they're the same size, I'll use those.
They're awkward and they're.
Yeah, I don't like the way they feel, but if I can use circulars, I will. Because I don't want to buy straights if I don't have to. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah.
George will tell me if it will, and then
I don't care.
Well, you're a more seasoned knitter than I am, So I'm kind of crawling back into my crochet hole a little bit. I enjoy that a lot more than I do knitting at this point, which, like I said, does not mean I will not be doing knit patterns. I will try to do George's, and there are other patterns.
It's a matter of enjoyment.
Yeah, and this is my hobby, and I want to enjoy it. I think it's not so much that I don't enjoy the knitting, that I just can't relax with the idea of ripping things out as I can with the crocheting, where I just say rip, 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 and I do it all over again. I don't feel that way about the knitting. It just takes too long for me to be able to do that and enjoy it. So,
and me, I just personally don't enjoy the process of crochet as much.
But that, like I said, I will still be open. There are a couple patterns I want to try. Victoria Blue gave me a very wonderful pattern that I would still like to try and work. She was very nice to give it to me, and I like to try at least.
My yarn just turned over to blue when you said her name.
She did it.
She did it? She did it?
That was in my head, too.
And that's a reference to Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts.
Cagney's part.
Yes.
Although he actually said, who did it?
Who did it? Yeah, you have to see the movie to really catch the whole. It's pretty funny.
Yes, it is.
He looks like he's going to have an absolute cow, which is really amusing.
A conniption.
A conniption, too. A conniption cow? I don't know. Anyway.
A conniption while he's having the cow.
Yeah. Because somebody threw a stinking palm tree overboard.
So.
Okay.
Autobiography. I worked on shared story.
Yes, I have the story in my court. Yay!
Would you believe, in spite of all our blathering, we're not at an hour yet?
Huh. Cool. Well, we're just about ready to finish up here. I have the shared story now. She did a great job on it. It was worth the wait. I have the characters talking at me in my head, so that's cool.
She's crazy.
I did...
yes, they do talk, though.
They do. I did 867-word plot point paper for my Broken Promises story, which is my free write that seems to be wanting to be written. And I did about 50 words for the shared story that I hadn't gotten yet. I was just playing with it. And actually it turned out to be more close to 100 words when I looked at it. And then I did about 900 words for a blog article that's rough draft form. So I did a lot of writing this week in various areas.
She's a lot less cranky when she gets writing done.
I am a lot less.
She's very cranky when she doesn't get writing done.
Yeah, it's all those people in my head that are annoyed because they're not getting to speak. So that's, yeah, we both got writing done. So that's that. Tips and tricks. No. So I guess we're just doing the acknowledgments.
Yep.
Keep an eye. I have opened up the threads. Before I do the thank yous and acknowledgments, I have opened up a thread for the Autism Awareness CalCal. It is not starting until April 1st. It is open, so you can take a look at the guidelines and rules. They are pretty much in place. There may be some alterations. We are doing it with Emily from Fibertown. Huh?
With him, I'm movie quoting in my head.
Oh, we are doing it. We are co-hosting with Emily, who is Fibertown. She will be doing it for 2 months of the 3 because she's going to be gone that last month in Spain.
Yes.
But she will be doing it with us. We're excited to have her with us. And we are waiting to hear from Juliana, who's Jules Lunder, who is the Equal Opportunity Crafter, who has expressed interest as well, but she has not yet responded completely because I haven't given her, I just emailed her the particulars. So we're hoping that she will still want to do it.
And you'll hear more about the autism awareness.
Yes, I just want to let them know why the thread is open. Don't post anything yet. It doesn't start till April 1st. But please do look at the rules and guidelines. Please look at the suggested patterns. They are not required patterns. You can do whatever you want, and within the guidelines.
Yes.
And we have 2
more like guidelines.
Guidelines, yes. Rules, guidelines. We do have 2 what we're calling featured patterns. Those are George's pattern that he developed for this CAL for us, and this CAL for us, and Juliana's Winding Journey Hat and Mitts pattern. Those are our featured patterns. They have special, what do you call it? Special
pointage.
Yeah, you'll see when you read the thread. They get special consideration. They have special weight. They carry more weight. So, just take a look at that. We look forward to your involvement in that for prizes and things as well. But in the meantime, finish up your sweaters. We have had some wonderful sweaters slip in just before the podcast today. I think we had 3 or 4 of them, so it's really awesome.
People are getting sweaters done. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am really excited. I mean, people got several done.
I know.
Yeah,
well, Max Nick is the sweater queen over there.
I'm so excited about that.
And it was totally her idea. She was the one who suggested sweater along to begin with.
We had talked about it on and off, but she was the one that pushed us into it, and I'm really glad she did. This will be something that we will continue with. So, thank you, Nicole. We're very happy that you did that for us. Acknowledgements. We do want to thank, like I said, 10 Hours or Less, who has given prizes to the current Cal and who has developed a pattern for the next Cal. We want to thank Cat B913, who is Kathy from the Knit Nerd podcast, for the donation of a bag for our prizes. Oh, I know what we forgot, our $7 pattern. That I knew we had 7 prizes.
For the sweater along.
For the sweater along. We have a $7 pattern for this one and for Cat B913's group. And we have the Kathy's project bag and your project bag from Denise. So you guys are just about 6 or 7 days away from possibly having a new bag or new yarn or new patterns. Exciting, exciting. Yay. And thank you to all who donated. So, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
That's all? Okay. So from Talia, myself, and Rusty, this is Pen Hook and Needles, episode 95, and that's a wrap.